So yeah, we'll continue our discussion after chapter 6. So as I said, this chapter is named as Purusha Sukta confirmed because it actually gives the same information that Purusha Sukta prayers of Rig Veda they actually gives regarding the creation of the material universe. So the Prabhupada wants to show the authenticity of Srimad Bhagavatam. Authenticity, like because some, as I explained, some of the Vedantis they don't accept Srimad Bhagavatam as pramana. They only take Shruti, means the four Vedas as pramana, and they don't take Smriti like Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita as pramana. That's why Prabhupada is giving named this chapter as Purusha Sukta confirmed. So this chapter will be discussing with how it's very disturbing. Hold on thing. So uh, how this metal world is created, this metal world, like how this metal world is, like Lord is the effective cause of effective and effective cause of this metal world, and Brahmaji also compares this metal world as unto spiritual world. He also and then and how it is not possible to understand Lord by any means, by our mental speculation or by but and Brahmaji also describes the how Lord is original creator, at the end. So basically if you see, uh, there are like in this chapter it is explained like the subtle senses, like if you take any of our senses, they are like two senses, subtle sense and gross sense. For suppose, um, our tongue is called subtle, like our tongue, what we can touch and feel is called jihva. But there is that is gross sense, sorry, that the tongue is called gross sense, and the subtle sense is the talu. mm, and also our eyes, uh, our eyes, the eyes are called netra. And the subtle organ of the netra is chakshu. Means if you see, like as per the Vedic injunctions, what they say is, like even though if gross sense is there, if subtle sense is not there, then that organ won't function. Just like some blind people, they will have eyeballs but they cannot see. And uh, the Vedic on the acharyas, the Vedic that the Purana in the scripture, they say that the subtle sense of the organ is not functioning. Gross organ is there, but subtle organ is not there. So that's how they actually classify everything, the subtle and gross senses. Okay, so that's why they call as, they not only in the process of creation there are subtle creation and gross creation, and they take everything into consideration. So, and the now, like Brahmaji is going to explain how this universe has created from the Lord himself. Like Lord first entered into each universe when a universe is Brahmanda is created. He entered into each universe as Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, and he manifested the Virat Swarupa. And in that Virat Swarupa, everything is there in that Virat Swarupa. So from every sense of Virat Swarupa, different elements, different aspects of this material world has has been generated by the will of the Lord. So, like for example, now from Lord's Jiva, taste and water has come. Mm. Jiva means the gross sense, okay, and Lord's talu is subtle sense, okay. From subtle sense, uh, the who is the who is the deity for the water? He is Varuna. So from Lord's subtle sense, Varuna came, and plus Jiva of the Virat Rupa. So subtle subtle sense of the universal form is its gross sense, and from that subtle sense of the universal form, the sense devatas come. And from the gross sense of the universal form, the gross elements come. So in one sense, the universal form is subtle in nature, and also but also it has the gross energy also. So and Purusha Sukta prayers, they so it says like from large subtle organs, the elements and the tanmatras are created. Sense and sense objects are created. Sense objects and elements are created from large subtle organs, and from large gross organs, the sense devatas and subtle sense organs are subtle sense organs of Virat Swarupa are manifested. So whatever we see in this material world is created by the Lord. Okay, but we should not think that Lord is made up of matter, because Lord is made of Chit Shakti, means like we say, right, Lord is Sachidananda Vigraha. So Lord's body is made up of Chit Shakti, but that same Chit Shakti, when it comes, when it has when it when the Lord wants to manifest the material world, which will be like it's His separated energy, then it will so Chit Shakti is the spiritual opulence of the Lord, but when they manifest in the material world, they are called vibhutis. Okay, and that's why in Bhagavad Gita 10th chapter and 10th and 11th chapters, it gives a detailed explanation about vibhuti yoga, means the vibhutis of the Lord, the how Lord manifests Himself in this material world. So like when the Lord's potencies, they take they when they manifest in this material world, they take the gross, they take a material form. mm. But they are no, they are part of Maya Shakti. When they come into this material world, they actually they becomes Lord. They are classified as Lord's Maya Shakti. But Lord's body is made of Chit Shakti, and when the same Chit Shakti, when it comes into this material world, when the Lord wants to create this material world, it transforms into Maya Shakti. So like whatever we see in this material world is called in this material world is the separated energy, the Maya Shakti of the Lord. So it is explained in the 17th chapter, I think. Yeah, 17th chapter, 17 to 30 chapters. It also explains about how the description of Virat Rupa also found in those chapters. And so this in this chapter also we have some discussion over large, subtle, and gross senses, how they contribute to the process of creation. And also in those chapters also there is some discussion. So everything is put together here. Okay. So from seven dhatu, sapta dhatu, seven Vedic meters are created. You know how Vedic meters are created? Like Vedic sutras are has to be recited in a meter. Okay. From seven dhatus, seven Vedic meters are created. From the body, active principles, active powers of everything is created. From hair and from his hair, the clouds are created. From his nails, lightning, materials and metals are created. From his arms, lokapalas who protect the people are created. And steps means the feet, the bhu and the sargalokas are created. From his lotus feet, the protection and the bestowal of all desires. And the place of evacuation, envy, misfortune, death, and hell are created. From back, frustration, ignorance, and immortality is created. From his veins, great rivers and rivulets are created. From his bones, mountains are created. From his belly, the oceans are created. From his heart, the mind is created. And from his consciousness, dharma of everyone, the truth and knowledge is created. So basically, you may think when we try to analyze and you try to imagine how like we are correlating, it might be seem like little bit doubtful. Like it is like seeing everything, all whatever we see in this material world in connection to the Lord. This helps everything like whatever we see to meditate on the Lord. That's why this Virat Rupa is considered as imaginary. Now, for the sake of for us to understand how this creation takes place, like that. So, but actually that Virat Rupa is is considered as imaginary form of the Lord. Okay, and after explaining this, Brahmaji says that no, this creation happens like as we previously discussed in the chapter, right? How the creation happens in opposite way of destruction. So, mm, and the creation of the material elements and the Virat Rupa happening is simultaneously. Okay, so just like uh, like from the water, from his uh, mm, arms nature. Okay, what is it? The best example that I can give you is okay. Um, it is said that from the water semen generative. It is said in text number 8. It is said that from his uh, generative organs, water, semen, and rains are procreators are created. Mm. So it means like everything that promotes procreation is generated from the creative organs of the Lord. They are equal to the creative organs of the Lord. So and everything that is destructive in nature, like then they are actually compared to earth form of the Lord, because see anything that comes in contact with earth, it will deteriorate, it will decompose over a period of time. Mm. But for one to regenerate, the element of water is required. Now if you take vegetation, if you take anything, any creation, the element of water is required. Mm. So like that. So something which is generating, it is compared to the generative organ of the Lord, and some which is destructive, it is compared to a digestive organ where the destruction happens. Okay, so all these elements and all the different aspects of this metal world are correlated to different limbs and different organs of the Lord's universal form. So, and after explaining this, Brahmaji says, like Brahma says, I and Shiva and all other living entities, whatever existed in the past, present, and future, is covered by the universal form of the Lord. And although Lord is transcendental to all of them, and He extends beyond the universe by 10 fingers. Now, in Purusha Sukta prayers also says, uh, Lord is not limited to within this universe. He extends beyond this universe, and extends beyond this universe by 10 fingers, the Shangulam. So, so Lord acts as no. So Brahmaji is stating the what is the position of the Lord. That's how, like that's why all of these verses that we are discussing here, most of them are exact gives the exact gives the exact explanation as in the Purusha Sukta prayers. So and Brahmaji he is here is saying he even Lord Shiva and himself are confined within this universe of the energies of the Lord. But Lord is beyond this universe. And Lord also acts as the effective cause of the universal universe by energizing the universe both from inside and outside. So Lord has energized this universe from outside as Mahavishnu, and then from inside as Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. So then explaining all these things, then Brahmaji says, okay, this Lord has very like multifarious energies, and not only this material universe, there is actually one more creation which is spiritual in nature. Mm. And he says like, this is only ekapada. Ekapada means 1/4, and there is another universe which is 3/4 of the creation, that is spiritual world. And he says. Uh, and he compares what are the aspects of this material world and what are the aspects of spiritual world. So for example, the with respect to the quality, the cycle of birth and death is present in this material world, but not present in the spiritual world. Residents are gruhamedis, and but there is no birth in the spiritual world. And the Lord's inclination is very much more inclined to spiritual world, because Lord is always present and everybody has full access to the Lord in the spiritual world. And the but in the material world they cannot see the Lord. Okay. And the nature of souls want to lord it over material nature. The souls that are present in the material world, they want to lord it over the material nature. But in the spiritual world, they perform devotional service, they engage everything in the service of the Lord. And fear is not present in the spiritual world but is present in the material world. And forgetfulness is present in the material world but not present in the spiritual world. Okay. And souls, actually the souls, souls are called Tatastha Shakti. There are three energies of the Lord, right? Antaranga, Bahiranga, and Tatastha. Antaranga Shakti means internal energy of the Lord, and Bahiranga means external energy of the Lord, and Tatastha Shakti means the marginal energy of the Lord. So the souls, the living entities that are present in this material world, are called Tatastha Shakti of this world. So when compared to the matter, there is very negligible amount of souls, because if you see the entire earth globe, most of it is made of matter which doesn't have any consciousness. But the souls which have consciousness are very meager in number, very less in number. But if you take in the spiritual world, everything in the spiritual world is fully conscious, fully like innumerable souls. Everything is like, even the fruits, even the rocks, even the blade of grass also, everything is fully conscious, and everything is fully engaged in the service of the Lord. And everything is can even talk and can even reciprocate with all the residents present in the spiritual world. So that's why there are innumerable souls in the spiritual world. And Sandhini manifestation, Sandhini Samvit, these are the energies of the Lord. Sandhini manifestation means which binds the jiva to the Lord. This is like is only 1/4, and that is in the spiritual it is 3/4. And Satchidananda experience, the experience of original nature of the soul is meager in this material world, but it is full in the spiritual world. So that's how Brahmaji gives detailed explanation of what is the difference between the spiritual world and material world. And after saying that, he says like the conditioned souls who wants to enjoy enjoyment of the Lord are kept in this material world. So the jiva qualified by ignorance wanders on the path of enjoyment, while jiva endowed with knowledge wanders on the path of liberation. The Lord is the shelter of both paths. Because the even though the jivas who rebel against the Lord, also, and the jivas who are in love with the love in the process of devotional service with the Lord gives shelter for both of them. Means like he takes care of rebellious souls, also takes care of the souls uh, which are in devotion to him. So just like a father has to take care of both mischievous son as well as the decent child, so Lord will take care of both. Okay. And Lord create and maintains Ekapada through his energies, yet he is aloof from it and remains in the spiritual world, like sun which is separated from the rays and heat. So because the purpose of the material world is it is in order to facilitate the conditioned souls who wants to enjoy an event of Lord to have that illusory enjoyment nature, like to they want to enjoy an event of Lord. So they are kept in the illusion of that they are the creators, maintainers, and destroyers. So but in the case of spiritual world, they are actually they know their original position. And they can release that position without any uh, like difficulty. So, and then after explaining this, first, then Brahmaji moves on to answer the six, like how this universe, like how Brahmaji also says that, like for the material cause, Lord is the material cause also. Mm. Like the Lord is basically what we said in the beginning. Lord is the internal cause and also external cause. how the Lord is internal cause? Because he has created through his internal energy. Now his Chit Shakti transformed into Maya Shakti, and this universe has been created. And also external cause. External cause means like for anything to happen in this material world, there should be a cause. The external cause, like even if Lord involves also, but yeah, in this material, as per this material condition, because see, this world is made for the conditioned souls who wants to enjoy independent of the Lord. So for them to understand, there should be a material reason. Now, if you take even our scriptures also, even our Srimad Bhagavatam pastimes also, so devotees will understand the scriptures in one way. No? Their devotees know the material cause of, devotees know the spiritual cause of Lord's pastimes, and devotees know, like they can release the leelas of the Lord. But the outsiders, they only see the material effects, material things, means like, hey, how Krishna, he danced with so many girls, and even at the end of his life, Krishna left body when he shot by the arrow by uh, by a hunter. So they see the for the sake of the non devotees, Lord also gives the material effects also. Mm. So Krishna always maintains the confidentiality of his pastimes for the sake of his devotees, and but also performs the material causes. If you like, there are many pastimes in this Srimad Bhagavatam. Now, if you take Samantra Manthan Lila, mm, if Lord wants, you would have given this Amrita just like that. But but for the sake of atheists, like they should know that okay, this Amrita doesn't come just like that. So much endeavor has to be done, like that they do. And that's how they both devatas and demons has come together, and they tries to uh, churn the milk ocean by using Mandara mountain. So in that process also, Lord has expanded everywhere and supported that churning process. And finally this Amruta came, Amrut came, and for the sake of metal, for the sake of demoniac people, they said, okay, we have done our endeavor, and this Amrita is a result of our personal endeavor. But if you see the past time, when Mandara mountain drops down, Lord only personally picks the Mandara mountain and puts in the back of Garuda and brings it to the milk ocean. And when when the the Mandara mountain, when they started churning, the Mandara mountain was drowning down, and Lord becomes as Kurma avatar and supports the Mandara mountain from beneath, and Lord stays on the top of the mountain as uh, and supports it so that it doesn't fall the sideways. And also he expands he empowers the devatas in mode of goodness, and he empowers the asuras in the mode of passion, and he gives the mode of ignorance to this Vasuki who was in the rope form, so that this churning takes place. So he is empowering, Lord is empowering all this, and Lord is doing everything there. And finally, when the result comes, that demons, what they think, what they see, oh, we have done the endeavor and we are entitled to the entire result. That's what they see. So in the same way, for any aspect of the Lord, even for the creation, Lord has to enact this material cause. Okay, so when Brahmaji appeared in the beginning of creation, mm, so as per this Vedic injunctions, for anything to happen, there should be a yajna to be performed. Mm. So, and he says that I could not see any ingredients for sacrifice. No? I know my purpose is to create. For to create, I need the empowerment, and that will come while after performing an yajna. And I was not able to see any of the ingredients, and I only see the Lord's universal form. And from the Lord's universal form, I got all the sacrificial ingredients. Sacrificial ingredients like sacrificial altar, the grains, the four priests, the hymns, etc. Okay, so all these ingredients are arranged by the Lord's limbs, and through them, Lord Brahmaji performed the sacrifice for the pleasure of the Lord. And then he got the empowerment to create. So this is a material cause. Even though Lord has already given the benediction, Brahmaji prays after appearing, and then Lord gives him the empowerment. But for the sake of material thing, then when a materialist see this pastime, they say, "Oh, Brahmaji appeared and then he performed yajna, then only he got the empowerment." And then when when he sees Brahmaji's example, then he will understand the importance of yajna, and he will take up the process of performing sacrifices. So, and also Lord has given all the facilities for Brahmaji to perform yajna, and then he performed, and then he got empowerment. After that, Brahmaji explains all the universes, mm, the shelter of the universe. So universe is situated in the Lord Narayana's powerful material energies, which accepts, like, Lord is Sachidananda, but Lord accepts this universe. Although he is beyond the gunas, only for he accepts this. He has he accepts for the sake of maintaining it. And the dependence of the energies, okay, dependence of the universe, okay, only by his empowerment, like Lord Shiva, I create. Brahmaji is saying, I has the ability to create, and Lord Shiva has the ability to destroy, and he himself has taken the uh, role of maintenance. So that's what means, like only by his empowerment we are able to do our jobs. And then he says, uh, like apart from like nothing is the as a cause and effect apart from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So Supreme Personality of Godhead is both the cause and effect. He is totally uh, he's totally doing everything himself, but he's only by nimitta. Everybody like is a nimitta, means Brahmaji is like a until Brahmaji gets empowerment from the Lord, he cannot create. Until Lord Shiva gets empowerment from the Lord, he cannot destroy. So that Brahmaji is establishing the position of the Lord with respect to creation. And then he explains how it is not possible to understand Lord, because Narada Muni is questioning about the creation. For the sake of uh, explaining Narada Muni, Brahmaji started explaining this, and Brahmaji establishing, okay, you are the, like, Lord is the supreme person who has created and maintaining. And Narada Muni's next question would be, can you explain about the Lord, how Lord maintains it, how Lord has come from, like that. And Brahmaji is saying, even though no, this verse, this shloka, na bharati me gamrushobe lakshase na vai kachin me manaso mrushagati na me hrishika na me hrishika nipatanta satpate yan me hrudaktyant hrudakyantavata hrudrito hari. So Lord Brahmaji says, my words, mind and senses can never go wrong because I hold Krishna in my heart. So Brahmaji is saying, I took shelter of Krishna, and I held Krishna in my heart. That's why all my senses work perfectly, and my words and my mind can never go wrong. So, but still, I have no qualification. I cannot even understand him. Means he's saying, I have got so much of superior senses when compared to ordinary living entities, but still I cannot understand the Lord. And what to speak of me, even Lord cannot know about himself, his limits. Not only me, but Lord cannot even know about his own potencies. And then he says, but still he says, though I cannot understand, but I still glorify. Means, like, whatever we know, we have to glorify Lord. By glorifying Lord, we get this mercy of the Lord. And then Brahmaji describes the original creator of Mahavishnu. Like Brahmaji is now answering the uh, question, or like means how this universe is yet samstam, means how this universe is conserved, means how this universe is destructed. So the conservation and dissolution of the material universe, that's what he is going to discuss. Okay, so his qualities of absolute truth, no, like first he explains the qualities of the supreme personality of Godhead. He is absolute truth, and he is pure without any material tinge, and his embodiment of full knowledge and all pervading without beginning and end. And then and how to know him means uh, one who like you even one if one person if a person performs severe penances and severe sense control and mind control, they can with they can only understand the impersonal aspect of the Lord. uh. So but the any person with their own endeavors, the maximum stage that can reach is impersonal aspect of the Lord. But in order to know further, it is impossible unless one becomes a devotee. Okay, because Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that he is only understood by his devotees, and he explains what is his zone of control, what is like these are all things are only based on the understanding of Brahmaji. Okay, the now Brahmaji is explaining his zone of control is a master of eternal time. Mm. In this material world, the eternal time is the most powerful one. So he's a master of eternal time. Okay, and he's a space, the cause and effects, the mind, the and space is the basis for everything. And he's a cause for everything and effect also. And he's a controller of the minds, controller of the elements, controller of the ego, the controller of the modes, senses, and the universal form. So Garbhodaksha Vishnu and the sum total of all the living entities. So basically Brahmaji is saying this entire universe is only based, only dependent on the Lord himself. Okay. So and then uh, Lord Brahmaji clarifies that no, don't misunderstand that when you are saying that everything material is under his control, then he should be a material also. So then Brahmaji clarifies to Narada Muni that don't misunderstand. One of the material things are Lord Swarupa, but they are only fragment of his transcendental potency. So Brahmaji is saying this material world is only a fragmental portion of Lord's potency, and this is only very insignificant. And Lord's original potency, like original nature, is different. It's in the spiritual world. Okay, that's what he explains. So that he'll have by this Brahmaji answers all the questions of Narada Muni. And now, until this point of time, Brahmaji was only saying the external energy means the basic thing of the Lord. Because if you want to know the leelas of the Lord, they have to know go from more gross to more subtle. So this the process of creation is very gross in nature, means like how uh, there is not much leela, but it's only like expansion, creation. This process. Now Brahma is going to he says that now let me speak about Leela avatars of the Lord. Means how uh, after creating this universe, when the universe starts functioning, in order to like when something is getting mismanaged or misdirected, or something is not up to the mark, then Lord will uh, take the Leela avatars. He performs he incarnates and then performs the pastimes. So then he proceeds to explain the Leela avatars of the Lord. So that will come in the next chapter. So this chapter mainly explains the thing that is actually discussed in this Purusha Sukta prayers. If you get chance, you can also read. I have a document also. I can send you that Purusha Sukta prayers. So this is the end of the chapter. If you have any questions or any comments, you can discuss now. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes,
Hare
Mata.
Krishna. Prabhuji.
Yeah. Can you explain one more time this slide, Prabhuji? Large subtle sense organ and gross sense organ. I didn't get it clearly, that thing.
See, just like we have gross sense organ, you know the difference between gross and subtle, right, Mataji?
Yes,
Gross
Prabhuji.
means something which we can touch and feel,
Mhm.
something made of matter, that is gross. And subtle means something which we cannot, like, just like gross body means which is made of 5 elements: earth, water, fire, air, and ether. But
Mhm.
subtle body means which is made of mind, intelligence, and ego. We cannot see, we can only feel the presence, but we cannot
Mhm.
touch it. Just like that's why the ghosts, they have the gross subtle body but not gross body.
Yeah.
So everything in this creation is coming from Lord himself. So some aspects come from the gross gross senses of the Lord, and some of them comes from the subtle senses of the Lord. So just like, jihva means the gross tongue. Our tongue is
Mhm.
called jihva. So from that, taste and water came.
Mhm.
So like, the things are associated with the tongue are taste plus water. Okay. And uh, from the grass, from the grass object, from the grass organ of the Lord, these elements came, that elements of taste and elements of water came. And Lord's subtle uh, tongue, which is called Thalu, from
Mhm.
Thalu represents Varuna, which is the sense devata. Varuna is the god of water, like, right?
Mhm. Yes, Prabhuji.
Varun means he is the lord of waters. Okay. And
Okay.
the subtle organ also jihva of Virat Rupa.
Okay.
Virat Rupa is like, Lord expand when this universal shell is created. Lord enters into this universe and then he expands into Virat Rupa for the to create the, to maintain this universe. So this Talu is also the jihva of Virat Rupa. Just like, so in that sense, Lord's Virat Rupa's senses are subtler in nature.
Okay. Okay, Prabhuji. Mhm.
The same way, like our eyes and our hands, like that,
Mhm.
different things.
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Rest of all, you understood, right, Mataji?
Yeah, yeah, yes, Prabhuji.
They are all just
Mm.
details only. And then
Yeah.
any more questions or anything that we can discuss?
Prabhuji, right now I'm good. Maybe when we read the book, maybe we'll get some
Did you
question.
get any questions from any doubts from the last readings, Mataji?
No, Prabhuji, till now we are good. Yeah.
Okay, if you have,
And
yeah.
question is there, Prabhuji, but we thought.
No, you can ask what is the question.
Prabhu, ఇంకా recording అవుతానా?
No, that's fine, Mataji.
Yeah, okay. Question, Prabhuji, it says that our Brahma is more younger than the so many other Brahmas.
Mm.
So usually we heard that all universes will come out of the body of the Vishnu, and they'll all go at the same time and they'll come out of same time, right?
Mm.
So if they're coming like that, how our Brahma is so younger than the rest of the Brahmas?
No, with respect to the time, Mataji, like, see, one universe might come out very, see, this entire creation, like, see, if Mahavishnu breathes in,
Mm.
entire material creation will be uh, taken into his body. And Mahavishnu breathes out, entire material world comes out, and it gets agitated, and it get time factor enters into it. Lord enters as Garbhodaksha Vishnu, and this
Mm.
creation takes place. So, and Lord doesn't wait for, no, okay, these units are creating, let me not breathe in. Lord is breathing on his own pace.
Mm.
But the time, the amount of time that it takes for Lord to inhale and exhale is the,
Much more time, longer.
no, like, it's like the entire universe, the existence of metal creation, the and creation, maintenance, and destruction happens by the time Lord exhales and inhales. So the time lapse, you see, only like within
Mm.
one exhale and one inhale, The metal balls are generated, those are maintained, and finally those are destroyed when he inhales.
Mm,
So in that sense, if you think, if first universe comes out,
mm,
and second universe comes out, like it will take, like, if for us first, if you take few seconds to exhale and few seconds to inhale and few seconds without inhale and exhalation, right?
yes.
So if for us, if it is like that, then what to speak of Lord Vishnu? So
Yes.
there might be many Brahmas and many universes. Actually, it is said that our universe has only four directions. That's why our Brahmaji has only four heads. But there are some universe where are multi dimensions. The activity is happening in multi dimensions in some certain universes. So that's why the Brahmaji has 1,000 heads, 100 heads, like that. So like, it's like that. Brahmaji's like depend Brahmaji's age and Brahmaji's lifetime depends on different factors, Mataji.
Yeah,
It's not like,
that's what.
and universe also, like a universal creation and universal maintenance cannot be correlated, with like they should all happen at a time. It
Yes,
need not,
Prabhuji.
right?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yeah. Thank you.
Any more questions? Okay, we'll end it here. Thank you very much.